Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Whisper, and today what I have for you is another different type of video. I know I've been making a lot of different type of content lately, and that's just because I've been trying to find what sticks and what I enjoy making. But today's video is something that I've kind of wanted to do for a couple weeks now, but I just couldn't figure out the way to orientate it, and that is the different types of people that you'll meet playing CSGO. And so I figured we would start out with one that I've kind of wanted to talk about since this was the first one that I came up with as an idea, and that is the Weebs. So if you don't know what a weeb is pretty much a person who really likes Japanese culture and anime, manga, any of that type of dealio. And I don't really know what else to say about weebs just because I don't want to get any information wrong, as I'm very alienated from that type of community just because I don't watch anime or read mangas for the most part. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into what they do in Counter-Strike. I'm going to have to be honest with this one. Whenever I meet a weeb, I guess I shouldn't say whenever, it's about an 80-20 ratio. 80% of the time, they're dicks. And I don't mean just like dicks to the enemy team, you know, to try and tilt them. I mean they're dicks to their teammates, they're dicks to the enemies, they get tilted really easily, they can fucking suck, and they'll just completely tilt off the charts and be completely salty the entire rest of the game. They're just dicks. I don't really get it. Like, I play against weebs and with weebs, and say I like pick up kills or something and I piss them off, they'll just like call me a fur fag and just call me any furry insult that they can, and I think they're trying to tilt me, but it's just, what the fuck? You're like bottom fragging, and most of the time when I do meet them and they're bottom fragging, and that's when they tilt the easiest and they start, you know, calling everybody out and insulting people for no reason other than the fandoms that they choose to associate with, they just act like complete asshats. They're just super rude and arrogant, and they just act like dicks to me. Now keep in mind, they're not just dicks to me, they're dicks to everybody in the game. Regardless of, you know, what your teammates do or what I do, they don't ever call you out specifically for how you're playing. Like, I don't think I've ever been called out by a weep for my specific playstyle, and sometimes my playstyle is very frustrating to deal with because I play so slow on terrorist side, and so they tend to push me, and they get angry about it. And I've met some players who have called me out for my playstyle, but no, they just call me out for being a furry. They'll be like, you're a fur fag, go kill yourself, drink bleach, etc, etc, you fuck your dog. I've heard all of it from these people. And the thing is that it happens more often than it should. Like, 80% of the people, of the weebs that I meet, like I said, are just assholes. I don't really get it. And the funny part is that their community is known for their cringy people who buy body pillows and have their profile set to anime chicks who are really seductive looking with huge tits or whatever. And you're no better. They're really not any better than for the furry community. Like, they act like they're tough shit and they're so much better, but in reality, they pretty much are associated with the same wrong things that the furry community is. And it's really funny when you know, a weeb calls me out for this type of shit, because their community is the same way. So I don't really get why they can continue to talk shit like that. And before I get that person who's like, well, you know, everybody gets sexually aroused, it's hormones, you can't blame them for that. And you know what? Yeah, you're right. But the problem is that weebs have their fucking profile picture set to that shit. Like, are you so fucking horny and uncontrollable that you're gonna set your picture to some type of MILF, like big-breasted woman, or somebody, or some girl who's like wearing just panties and a bra? Like, are you really that sexually aroused all the time that you feel the need to put that as your profile picture? I remember I met this person when I was playing the other day, and his name was like Riding Oni-chan's Dick, and it's this picture of this like almost emo looking character, and she looks like she's being heavily sexually aroused or pleasured or something like that, and it just, why would you do that? Okay, I don't fucking get it. When I run into furries when I play Counter-Strike, and I know this is a bad comparison, but the thing is that the furries, they usually have a picture of their character, or a picture of a fox or something like that, or a wolf. They don't put their profile picture as, like, naked ladies, or characters in their bra and panties, or underwear or something like, they don't do that. And I've run into a decent amount of furries when I was playing. I mean, I've run into a lot of them, but I've run into a decent amount, and it's just, I don't get it, because weebs can talk so much shit about the furry fan. Oh, you guys fuck dogs, and oh, you're always so open about your sex and your sexual orientation. You guys are fucking lame. And then they're the type of people who have pictures of fucking anime chicks with huge tits on their profile picture, and it's like, how can you talk shit like that? Like, you're literally no better. You're even worse in that regard. Because most of the time, furries won't set their profile picture and do that type of stuff. And I just, it's always pissed me off because I've never really gotten it. And that's why it just, like, whenever they, you know, do the whole, like, fur fag, you fuck dogs, it doesn't really get to me, but I've always been like, why? Why? Because you're no better, and I won't say this to any of them, because it'll be clear, they'll be like, oh, it's getting to you, you're just fucking mad. No, I won't say anything, I'll just mute them. But I wanted to voice this because I don't get it. I don't get how they think, you know, they're any better than the furry community when they do the same shit, and even worse of the same shit. When they're playing Counter-Strike and stuff, I see this type of thing. I don't get it. I just never could understand it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and restate this one more time so that I don't get mistaken. This guy does this to everybody. It's not just me. He'll find any way that he can to insult. His teammates are the enemies, you know, if he's tilted by them in any way, he will find a way to insult them from their profile or their profile picture, their name, any way that he possibly can. Alright? But the thing is that I can't talk all this shit and just, you know, end the video like that. You can't just talk about one side of things. And I wanted to talk about the 20% of the weebs that I meet who are good people. And I gotta say, when I meet a good and nice weeb, they're hilarious. They crack jokes, they laugh at other people's jokes, they generally perform pretty well. They, you know, don't act like asshats or dickbags to anybody, even if they, you know, somebody else isn't really playing well on the team. They keep team morale high. They don't tilt other players. And that's the thing. That's what gives me hope whenever I see a weeb icon, you know, like a weeb in the game, you know, whether it be, you know, an anime profile picture or their name has something to do with being a weeb. That's what gives me hope that I'm running into one of those people who's a nice weeb, just because the 20% of those players who, you know, are actually good people and act nice are always great people to play with. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this video. Like I said, I thought it would be fun to do, and I actually really enjoyed making it. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to this kind of like rant, but at the same time, you know, talking about and discussing how I view a certain group of CSGO players. Next time, I'm probably going to do furries, just because I figured that'd be an easier one, and then I'm going to move on and try to do different ones. But I thought this would be fun to talk about, and I thought this would be a fun series to do, and I actually really enjoyed it. So my name is Whisper, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.